Today is Sunday, November the 8th of 2020, in case you're watching this on the replay. I'm just waiting for my notification to come up so that I'll know that everybody knows I'm going live. And there it is. So just so you know, when you watch my live, you'll see it like this on your phone, but if you turn your phone this way, you'll see a close-up of the table and what we're doing. And I did put the links to the stencils and the chalk art that we're using today. We're going to be using products from a maker studio. And if you would please do this to your Facebook page and to maybe tag others that you think might like to see this type of video, I would appreciate it. And if I do have a new group out there, it's called Liz's Craft Friends. If you would go there and request to be allowed into the group, I would appreciate it. There's just a question you need to answer, and once you answer that question, I will confirm you as a member. It is a closed group. So today we are going to take a page from this scrapbook paper, which is called Ornamental Christmas. I got this from Hobby Lobby, 50% off, and I believe they still have it there. We are also going to use one of these that I just purchased from a Dollar Tree, and it's up front where they have some of the little girl stuff. So it has a stand on the back, sits like this. It has jute here with 3 clothespins, and we're going to remove this. We'll put it back on later, and we're going to make something with this today. So I've already removed the clothespins and the jute from this one, and I'm just going to measure it on my piece of scrapbook paper. I'm going to put it at the edge here, and then I'm just excuse me, I'm going to take my pencil and go around these 2 sides and cut it. Excuse me. So I'm just going to cut this out, and then we're going to Mod Podge it onto our surface. So all you need is a little piece like this. And I chose this piece because 1, it is a light color, and 2, it's not really Christmassy. So you could probably leave this up all year. Now I will go ahead and sand this a little bit. It has some, why can't I remember that word? You know, little sparkles on it. Glitter. That's the word I'm looking for. It has glitter on it. So I'm just going to wipe that down. And if you're on here, just say hi so that I know you're here, and I can say hi to you and let me know where you're watching from. Now I have some buildup of glue around this. I'm going to try to get that off so that my lid doesn't get glued shut. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to put some Mod Podge in the lid, and then I'm going to put it on my board here. And I'm going to put a generous amount on it because we're using scrapbook paper, and it is a little bit thicker. If you were using material, you would do even more because the material sucks in the Mod Podge. But if you were using a napkin, you would want to put it on sparingly. Okay, so we have our Mod Podge on here, and then I'm just going to put my paper on there. And since this is the only thing we're going to Mod Podge, I'm going to go ahead and put my Mod Podge back in my jar and then put the lid on. Now I'm just going to take this, it's a little mask. Oh, Lisa's there on her couch. Hey Lisa, I hope you're doing fine. So this is just a mask spreader, I guess it is. You get it in the, oh my gosh. Erica needs to stop it. Anyway, so you get this in the mask section, the makeup section of the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take it and spread. I'm just pushing down my scrapbook paper here. I don't want it to have any bubbles or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to have to. Let me get a hold of them. Stop, I'm live. You're killing me. Okay. So it seems like it's pressed on there pretty good. I'm just going to press it down here on the table. And then I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm just going to go over the edges. I think it just makes for a nicer look. It makes it look like this paper came with this frame. You just do it in a downward motion. It's just going to get the excess paper off. Okay, so we just got one more side to go. Well, you probably can't see that, but it looks pretty good. Let me see what my husband's saying. Mute your phone. Stop commenting. Okay, see how it's pulling these edges off and making them even with the board. And it just makes it look so much better. Okay, now I'm going to have to put my holes back in here through the paper. So I just have this little tool here and I'm going to press it in there. Just like that. So I'll be able to get the ends of my jute back in there. All right. Okay, and I am finished with my Mod Podge, so I can put that away. And I'm going to see about putting my string back in here. Now, I thought it was cool the way they put these clothespins on. They put them in through the metal piece. So I thought that was pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the ends of my string so that I can get them back through the holes. Okay, so I'll put this one through here. Let's put some glue on this one. So how's everyone today? How's the weather? It's really nice here in Texas. It's in the 70s. I can deal with that. We went to church this morning, and then we got some chicken from Popeyes. Okay, now the way they had them on here was they stapled them, so I think I might do that too. So let me get my stapler. So this thing is older than the hills. So I'm just going to staple this on here. I'm going to do it twice. Okay. Okay, so we have this here. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to take these 3 rounds that I have, and these are from another company, and if you want the link to that, let me know in the comments and I will send it to you. Well, Lisa says it's in the high 70s in Tennessee too. Well, that's wonderful. I like the 70s. Okay, so I have my Preaching to the Choir black chalk art, and then I have these 2 stencils here. So I have this one that's the alphabet, and it's called Lodge Alphabet, and I'm going to use the J, the O, and the Y. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. Let me get my other scissors. Okay, so I have the J, the O, and the Y. And then I'm going to use a couple, well, 3 of these designs to go along with it. And I did put the links to these in the description. So I think what I'll do is put my J, O, and Y on first, and then I will decide which little picture to use. And you know, I need to use the I Reckon paste. I don't know why I pulled out the black, because you're not going to see it on this. So I'm going to use the I Reckon, and it's an off-white. And then I have my spreader. So I'm just going to cut out, here's my Y. Here's my J. And then I just need my O. Okay. So we're just going to start out with the J, and we do not need to fuzz these. These are not that sticky. However, they are really nice stencils. So I'm just going to press it down with my finger so that there's no lumps or bumps. And then I will use my chalk paste and my spreader. I have this here, so I'm gonna put that in there, mix it up a little bit, and then get me some chalk paste. So I have this little bit here on. It doesn't take very much. So here's my J. See how quickly this is? There's my O. And then my Y. And I would take these off. Isn't that nice? So that's my J, and I'm putting my stencil in water, face with the face of it down, so that it will not get, the chalk paste will not dry hard in my screen portion. And then the Y. So I'm just going to use my heat gun, and I'm going to dry these real quick. Okay, that one's dry. Okay, they're all dry. And now I'm going to decide which of these I want to put on there. I think I will use a snowflake on one. So I'm going to use this little snowflake right here. And I think I will put it right here. I'm going to put it right here on my J. Okay, there we have that on my J. Maybe I'll put another one on there. So let's do another snowflake right there. Okay, so for our J, we have 2 snowflakes. And then for the O, let's see, I think I'll do a tree. Let's do a little tree on there. These stencils are so easy to use. And then if you take care of them, they will last you a long time. So I have a little tree here. And let's see, do I want to do another one? Maybe I'll put another one right there. Okay, so there's my O. And now we have to decide what we're going to put on for our Y. Let's see, do I want one of these or something else? Maybe I will do, I think I'll do the poinsettia. Do you say poinsettia or poinsettia? I say poinsettia, but I know some other people say poinsettia. I'm not sure what's correct. And I'll put another one on there. Over here. Right here. right. Now I will put this in the water face down. And let me get this off of my fingers. Okay. So here's our Y. And I'm going to dry these so that I don't mess them up. You know what? I got the wrong one. Interesting. I had the wrong video up. I'm watching with you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put these on our frame. So I'm going to put the J here, of course. Put the Y over here. And then the O in the center. And see if we can spread these out a little bit. And I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. Okay, here you go. Joy, joy. Now we're going to make a bow for the top there. Now you can also put pictures, hang pictures from there, or, you know, whatever you want. You don't have to do these circles and stencils. You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you ideas of what you could do. And so we're going to make a bow. So I have this Merry Christmas, this one with the red. I have snowmen. I have Christmas trees, and then I got the red truck. I already got the red polka dot and the candy cane. So we're going to use all these, and I got these. They were in packs of, say, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 packs of 6 at Walmart. And I think they were $4.99. It was a decent price. So we're just going to make a simple messy bow is what they call it on the top. Okay, get off my hands. I'm going to get off my fingers. Okay, done. I'm going to cut off where it was folded, or otherwise it would be, it won't look good in our bow. So I'm going to cut those ends off. And I will probably do 2 pieces of each type of ribbon. So I don't want it too big. So I think about right there would be good. So like I said, I'm just going to do 2 pieces of each one. And then we'll see how that goes. So what's everybody going to do tomorrow? Back to work, back to school, that kind of thing. The usual Monday stuff. And then I'm going to get some jute to tie these with. Anyway, I think these ribbons are really cute. Okay, we just got 2 more. And don't forget, I have the Liz's Craft Friends page, and that is for you to put the pictures of your crafts on there so that we can give inspiration to each other and admire one another's crafts. Okay, this is the last one. And now I need to get some jute. Okay, here we go. And this is just jute from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crisscross these. And I'm just going to use different ones in no particular order. Now that I have those crossed, I'm going to fold my jute in half. I'm going to take it around to the back, put my ends through the loop, and then I'm going to pull it tight. And when I pull it, I want to make it so it goes more towards the back as it bends or as it turns. So I want to pull it as tight as I can without breaking my string, which I've done before. Okay, and now I just want to cut it down a little bit. So I'm folding it in half, and then I'm just going to cut the edges. These over here are a little bit longer, so I'm going to cut them down a little more. And then I want to spread them out. They just don't want to seem to spread out very much, let me tell you. That doesn't look that pretty. So come on now, work with me here. Might have to glue pieces down as we glue it onto our board. So I'm going to go ahead and trim up my jute. Just trimming it up a little more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto my board. I'm going to put glue on the back of my bow. Try to get it there in the center, and I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds. And then I'm going to put a little something in the center. And I don't know if I want this or I have some white ones somewhere. Let me clean this up right here. Let me see if I can find my white ones. I'll be right back. Okay, change of plan. I'm gonna put some of these little pine cones that I got from Lisa's house. So I'm gonna put like 3 of those on there. So thank you, Lisa, for letting me pick these up. Get all my glue hairs off of here. Okay, and then I think I'll put a couple of these in there. Old scissors. I don't want to use my good scissors for this. I'm just going to cut this right there and put this right in the center there, right like that. So just put a little bit of glue right in there. Put these in there, just like that. Maybe I'll do a couple more. Okay, here we go. So I'll put these in there. Okay, I think that's good. Now, if you can, I'm sure you guys can do a better job at these bows than I can. I'm just not very good at it. I don't know what the deal is. I think I'm doing it like everybody else, but obviously I'm not. But this is a finished project right here. So you have your joy, 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 and our little bow with our pine cones. Okay, so tomorrow I will be back with another project. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. If I can get my husband to cut the 4x4 boards for me, we will do candles. It'll be 3 different candles, a 6-inch, a 9-inch, and a 12-inch. And it's going to be really cute. So I will see you back. Better you than me. Yeah, I can't make bows, Lisa. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, or get David to do something. Yeah. Yeah, that's true too. Nah, he's pretty good about it. He's pretty good about it. So I'll get him to cut the boards for me, and then hopefully we'll be able to do the 3 different size candles tomorrow, and they're going to be really cute. But if you can't make it for the live, you can always watch the replay on Liz's craft page in the video section. So I will be back here tomorrow at noon. But until then, keep crafting. Bye, guys.